What's going on, guys? Welcome back to career mode. Here today for round number 9, episode 10 I think this is, for the Austrian Grand Prix here at the Red Bull Ring. One of my favourite tracks on the calendar, not going to lie, I really enjoy this circuit. Not an easy one to get right, but when you do it really does feel nice. Upgrade wise, we've had 2 upgrades go on the car, both of them thankfully, so no failures, which is nice. Chassis still not really great, so we'll have to keep working on that, but let's get into practice and see how we do.
Practice is beginning here in Spielberg, marking the start of the Austrian Grand Prix. Beside me to take you through free practice today is a man with 3 decades of racing experience under his belt. It is, of course, Anthony Davidson. Thanks for joining us today, Anton. Tell me, where should we be focusing our attention today?
I think we need to be looking across the entire field to see how far these cars are able to push a single set of tyres. While everyone will be trying different setups and running with different fuel loads, if you're attentive enough, you can definitely pick out trends for each type of tyre compound, which will give us a rough idea of how long the drivers are able to stay out there during a stint in the race.
We're going to be logging some extra data during this session. Nothing you need to worry about, but as we have some new parts, we'll just confirm they're performing to spec.
Alright, cheers Jeff. Welcome guys to practice for the Red Bull Ring. Coming into this, expectations once again. I think we can comfortably say we should be at least best of the rest now. Even at our weakest tracks, I still think we should maybe not easily be able to finish in the top 10, but I think that should be doable. So hopefully we can do that again. Coming into this, I was aiming for honestly best of the rest. I don't expect to beat the Mercedes, Ferrari or Red Bulls this weekend, so P7, P8 is probably the best we can hope for. Hopefully, I don't know, maybe some misfortune strikes the front runners. We could be able to snag a P5, P6. It's supposed to rain, I think, at some point during the race, so that will make things interesting, to say the least. But we got through all the practice programs fairly well. A few moments here and there, as you can see, just pushing the boundaries, pushing the limits. There's, yep, that happened. I think, I don't know what that was. I wasn't even really hard on the gas, it just kind of spun around on me, so that was a bit awkward, but we end up on the top of the timesheets at the end of practice 1. That all came out a bit awkward, didn't it? But anyway, P1 in practice 1, our teammate Sergio Perez down in P12, but on the hard tyres as well, so he's yet to show his true pace, but that's hopefully that can be a good omen. A fair few guys behind us on the softs, so we could be in for a pretty good weekend here. As I said at the beginning of the video, I've always liked the Red Bull Ring. I don't know whether you'd say I get into a rhythm real easily, but I don't know. It's just I like the flow of this racetrack, if that's the phrase I'm looking for. But yeah, anyway, we won't worry about that. But anyway, that was practice. Decent chunk of resource points, so we might go have a look at the R&D screen and see if there's anything that we can do. As you can see, rain set for the end of qualifying and for the end of the race as well, so this could spice things up quite a bit, because I'm not massively confident in the rain in this car, but we'll see what we can do. Upgrade wise, thinking about maybe doing one. In the end I decide against it, but let's go to qualifying for round 9, see how we go.
Thank you for joining us once again for today's qualifying session. Sit back, relax, and enjoy what we hope will be a fantastic contest for pole position. So then, Ant, it's another Grand Prix weekend, another exciting qualifying session ahead of us. What are you going to be looking out for over the next few minutes?
The first question is going to be who can avoid making mistakes. There isn't much margin for error in qualifying, and you have to bear in mind that the track conditions may have changed since practice, particularly as we've had a few support races in the meantime. If the brake bias settings, for example, don't take this into account, it's extremely easy to lock up a front wheel and cause a flat spot. Just like that, your lap's ruined, and you've wasted a set of tyres to boot.
Alright, here we are, qualifying for the Austrian Grand Prix. Let's get out there. Not quite at the end of the session. We went out, I think, with probably 8 minutes ago, something like that. I was pretty confident that we could get out on the one run. It's been a pretty decent lap, cross the line, and we go P1 with the fastest lap, 104.6. Pretty decent, not going to lie. Cut forward, and we both make it through. Perez up in P4. We end up down in P8. A little bit further down than what I expected. I felt like that first lap was pretty decent, but both of us make it through into Q2 anyway, so the racing points both progress. So good start so far. So the pace in practice has carried over so far. I do find the AI do tend to turn the engine up a little bit, it seems, the further we get into qualifying. So hopefully we can survive and get into Q3. Coming across the line at the end of Q2, we go, what is it, P8 I think that is? Is that right? I think so. And yes, that is where we end up. Perez goes one better, goes up into P3 now, so 2 racing points into the final part of qualifying. We just squeaked through in P8. Fellow Aussie Danny Rick gets through in P10, but Perez all the way up in P3, so Sergio really outdoing us. Cutting on to Q3, and it is full intermediate conditions, so it's going to be an intermediate Q3. So we're going to go out at the start of the session, get 1 or 2 laps in, just so we can kind of gauge where the track conditions are, and, you know, just try get a banker on the board. Come across the line, provisionally in P4, right behind Perez. We go set another lap, we're down in P7, still right behind Perez, so 6th and 7th at the moment. Around the final corner, we're purple in Sector 2, across the line, and we go P4 behind Max Verstappen, but ahead of Valtteri Bottas. So really happy with that. Going out again now right at the end of the session. We're still currently in P4. We're on to improve, so could we be looking at pole position across the line? Where is this going to put us?
It's a bit disappointing, but we just need to push hard in the race and we can still come away with something.
And it's only 9th place. Wow. I don't know what to say about that. We beat a fellow Aussie, Daniel Ricciardo, but Perez up in, I think that was P5 or something. I don't know. The AI, they just improved massively. Just, yeah, wow, honestly. That really caught me off guard, surprised me, whatever you want to say. But it's going to be P9 for the Austrian Grand Prix. Hopefully we can have a good race, but yeah, a bit disappointing, not going to lie, but still a top 10 start is pretty good. Hopefully we can make something happen. So let's go find out. Let's go to the Austrian Grand Prix, shall we?
Bad luck in qualifying. That's not exactly ideal. But there's no points for Saturday. Keep a cool head and make up for it in the race.
Good afternoon and welcome to Spielberg, and to a circuit that in one form or another has held every Austrian Grand Prix in the championship, except the very first back in 1964. It was at this race that John Watson lost a bet and his beard when he took Team Penske's only F1 victory in 1976. If anything, the stakes are even higher today, with 25 points available for victory and a crucial advantage in the championship fight. It's one of the shortest laps on the calendar today then, with 7 rights and just 3 lefts, making up the 10 corners of this high-speed circuit. Turn 2 is barely a corner at all. They'll be flat out through there, a left-hand kink into the uphill braking zone of Turn 3. Turns 1, 3 and 4 are all potential opportunities to overtake. Anthony Davidson is here once again for today's Grand Prix. We should talk about Williams. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do, and that's definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Verstappen, Leclerc, Sergio Perez, and Gasly, Lee, Ricciardo, Raikkonen, and Devon Butler. Giovinazzi, Vettel, they've taken a grid penalty. Roman Grosjean and Kvyat. Norris, Albon, Lucas Faber and George Russell. Kubica and Kevin Magnussen fills the last spot on the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Right, let's be patient going into turn 1. We want to be in a good position for the rest of the race. Good luck.
Alright, thank you very much, boss. Welcome, guys, to the grid of the Austrian Grand Prix here at the Red Bull Ring. Starting on the soft compound tyres and then going to the softs. As you can see, rain is set for the end of the race, so that might spice things up a little bit, so it'll be interesting to see when exactly that hits. But yeah, P7, we get boosted up 2 positions because of a couple of grid penalties for the front runners. Most notably, I think Sebastian Vettel down in 12th, I think it was, and Lucas Weber in 17th. I think Kevin Magnussen was last, so it'd be interesting to see where those 3 end up when this race is over. But as I said at the beginning of this video, honestly, probably 7th, 8th really is what we're aiming for. We're always aiming to be best of the rest. I don't think we've got the pace of the top 3 at the moment. We might be able to beat Pierre Gasly, maybe, but yeah, P7 best of the rest is realistically all we can get, and that's where we are, so hopefully let's convert that into a solid finish. Easier said than done, mind you, but hopefully we can get a good launch, and yeah, we'll have a good race of things. We've got Perez directly ahead of us in P5, but here we go, awaiting 5 red lights for career mode here, the Austrian Grand Prix, and away we go. Finally, held the lights for a little bit there. Looks like a fairly average start, it must be said. We lost ground to everyone in front of us. I think that's Ricciardo on our inside, Raikkonen on our outside. We get ahead of both of those guys. Now we're going side by side with Perez. He's being jumped by Gasly. We're in the slipstream of the Red Bull. Are we going to have a look up the inside of the Red Bull? At the top of the hill, we lunge up the inside of Gasly and Leclerc as well. Up to the top of the hill. That puts us into P4 momentarily, but Leclerc with the better drive on the exit maintains P4. That's us up into P5. Perez in P6. Are we going to look? We're going to look around the outside of Leclerc at the bottom of the hill. Do we get this done? Still there. Side by side drag race. Now that Ferrari really good in the straight line, and he just hangs on to 4th position. So P5 and P6 for the Racing Point cars. Pretty good. Better than what I expected. I didn't expect to be going for that Hail Mary dive at the top of the hill, but we made it work. Now we got Perez all over us. Is he going to look for a move? No, he slots in behind us. So he dives to the inside. Jesus Christ, I've never seen an AI car try to make a move in the final corner. That was like, that's what you do in MotoGP. But anyway, cutting on the lap 4, Perez up our inside into turn 1. The leaders have skipped away a little bit, so our pace isn't as strong as what I was hoping it would be. And we're having to play defense on our teammate a little bit. But he comes up the inside into the right-hander. Speak English. Does he get this done? No, he doesn't. Sorry, back there. The English, it's terrible. It's really hard. But he's coming back at us again. Up the inside again. Perez, he will not go away. Still there, up the inside. Drag race between the teammates now. And Perez is going to get this done. I think they actually did decide to just let him go there. We got Vettel right behind us as well. So from P12... Sebastian already up into 7th, so he will undoubtedly close up on us too pretty quickly and try and dispose of us. Cutting on to lap 5. Now it's our turn to try and have a go at Perez. Around the outside at the bottom of the hill. And do we get this done extremely late on the brakes? He's still there. Drag race between the teammates again. This time we are actually going to fight this. Send it up the inside. Do we get this done? He's still there. Squeezing him a little bit. Squeezed him a lot there actually, but we do get the move done. That's back up into P5. At this point I didn't really know whether that was the smartest thing to do, but I thought around here you just want track position really. Getting on to lap 8, Perez having another go at us. We try for the switchback, couldn't get it done. Perez once again takes P5. But DRS, are we going to try and mount an attack back? Or no, we're not quite. Or are we? No. It's been a while since I actually did this race, so I don't have a vivid memory of what happened. But we get a better run out of turn 1. DRS, rich, fuel mixture and high on the ARS deployment. We get back past our teammate, get it stopped into turn 2, and there we go. So, a very eventful opening stint of the race so far, battling our teammate constantly. Hopefully now we can try to break away a little bit. But coming on just about 20 seconds later, and he's coming back at us again. Up the inside, the middle of penultimate corner. Perez, he won't give this up. Side by side through the final corner now. I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit. This is all happening so fast and whatnot. Perez with DRS. Now Sebastian Vettel is trying to look to overtake us. Sebastian sends it up the inside into turn 1. Gives us a bit of a squeeze on the exit. Side by side with the Ferrari now. Perez is, he's already bolted a little bit from this fight. Side by side with Sebastian up the top of the hill. He brakes really late. He runs into Perez a little bit. Contact front wing to rear tyre. And this could give us an opportunity to get back up into P5. DRS, rich fuel mix to overtake mode. Did we get the move done on Perez? And we do. So we go from defending P6 to making a move for P5. Literally in the space of 10 seconds. So, yeah, unbelievable. But we cut on now to our pit stop window. Perez and Vettel actually started to fight a little bit, so that gave me a bit of breathing space. We were able to pull away ever so slightly. And yeah, now we're in the pits, so let's just breathe for a second. Because, my God, Father, that first stint was just non-stop fight. But, okay, now we can catch our breath just for a minute. But back out onto the racetrack now on the medium tyres. You get a Haas and a Williams going side by side into turn 1 there. Are we going to come out ahead of these guys? No, we're going to come out right behind George Russell, ahead of Kevin Magnussen. But the straight line speed in this car, we just blast past Russell on the run up to turn 2. And honestly, that didn't even affect us, that he was there. He actually probably gave us a little bit of slipstream, so it probably helped that he was there, if anything. But coming on to lap 14 now. Coming up onto the back of Alex Albon and the 2 McLarens. We get a real good run on the Toro Rosso out of turn 2 and just out-tracks him, easily blast past him. Now we're looking at Lando Norris into the penultimate corner and we go around his outside. Norris actually peels into the pits there, I think. So now it's going to be us versus our old rival, Devon Butler. On the lap 15, on the run up to turn 2, overtake, rich fuel mixture, DRS, we blast past the McLaren, and we don't get a repeat of what happened in F2, thankfully. We didn't need that, we don't want it. And thankfully, no contact between the two of us. But anyway, coming on to the end of lap 15, this is Romain Grosjean coming into the pits. We were going for a fastest lap attempt, and once again, I think this was 2 laps in a row or something, or it happened 2-3 times in the race. We got kind of held up in that penultimate corner because the cars ahead of us peeling in. But everyone, I believe, has stopped now, and that puts us in P8. Not everyone has, because that's Giovinazzi directly ahead of us. And once again, you see, just had to let up a little bit. Couldn't go full hook into that corner like we normally would, like I wanted to. On to lap 17 now. The rain is coming, so be interesting to see when exactly. We are, what are we now? Up into P5, so back to where we were. Going up to lap 20, now we've caught Max Verstappen. We're going to have a go at the Dutchman around the outside. Do we get this done? The rain is now falling as well, so the track is getting greasy. The grip is disappearing fast, and we're going side by side with the Red Bull at the Red Bull ring. Could you think of anything more fitting? I very much doubt it. Side by side with Max still. Neither of us wanting to give this up, but Verstappen just powers around the outside and just makes us look like we were sitting still. On the lap 21, here we come with DRS, rich fuel mixture. And do we get the move done to the outside? We are losing grip all the time. This track is getting wetter and wetter. We get the move done around the outside. Hopefully we can hold him off. on the lap 25 now, and we've actually been able to pull away a little bit. Not by much. Little mistake up into turn 2 at the start of lap 25, and just like that, Max is right onto the back of us again. And we go defensive, shall we? Only a little bit. We're going to have to be a bit ballsy on the brakes here. I'm expecting a dive, but we've been too ballsy. We've gone too deep. We're off the road. We're in the gravel, and that is not what we needed to do. Oh, damn it. We were comfortably in the fight for P4, and if anything happened at the front, that was a potential podium. That's now basically gone out the window. We're going to come into the pits now at the end of lap 26, 10 laps to go in the race. We're going to come in for a set of intermediate tyres, and yeah, 10 lap sprint to the end in the rain. So hopefully we can at least bring this home and, I don't know, secure a P5 or P6. Solid stop from the boys, hopefully, yep, nice and clean, in and out, no dramas. But, oh man, so pissed I made that mistake. I didn't even feel like I actually braked that late. And, yeah, just, yeah. You guys saw it here first, we just fell off the road, so, a bit unfortunate. Lap 31, we lapped the Williams, that was really awkward, and we've completely shot off the road at turn 2. That Williams just completely screwed me up. I was expecting him to move over, and he really didn't. He didn't want to. And, my God, let's just have a look at this. I think it was Robert Kubica. Forces us onto the grass. I've got grass on the tyres now braking. There's just no grip. Somehow we hang on to it. And as you can see, there's Sebastian Vettel not too far behind us there. So we got to get a move on a little bit here. Look, there he is. So that mistake has really let Sebastian gain on us. And cutting onto lap 34, the Ferrari is now right under our rear wing. So this is going to be a battle for at best P5. We get a bad run out of turn 1. Sebastian pulls to our inside, side by side between the Ferrari and the Racing Point. We squeeze him to the inside, try and outbrake him. We don't really seem to be able to, but we should have the better traction on the outside. He's still there. We can't get rid of this guy. Sebastian, he's hanging in there. Down now to turn 3. Can we try and outbrake him? I don't want to brake too deep. I don't want to fall off the road again. And we keep it on the black stuff this time. Round the outside, the better traction. He's still there though. We cannot get away from this guy. Give it up, Sam. But man, oh man, what a fight this is for P5. But we get ahead of the Ferrari now. And just for a split second, let's try and breathe. But we can't do that. He's still right under our rear wing. He's got a good run on us. Is he going to try and send it up the inside? No, he doesn't. On to just about to start the final lap of the race, and we throw it off the track. Oh, we've done it again. The penultimate corner just went in a bit too hot, lost the rear, and we threw it off the road. So on to the final lap of the race now. Round the outside into turn 1. He's still there. I wanted to turn in, but I was afraid there was going to be contact, so I thought I'll let Sebastian go, hopefully get a good run up the hill. We'll try and pass him again this way. Round the outside, and again we're on the grass. Do we get it stopped this time? Only barely. Oh, that was close. We nearly throw it off the road again. Good drive traction compared to Sebastian. This is going to be really close. Who is going to get P5 here? Sebastian pulls him back behind us. And I think we might just be safe now. We've gone deep, we've gone deep. Sebastian is back under us. I'm really starting to lose my voice now from all this. Sebastian is under us again. We're still going to fight. We want this P5. Hamilton wins the race. I couldn't give a rat's ass. We're battling his long-term rival, Sebastian. And we've got ahead of him just for about the 100th time. Can we hold him off now? 2 corners remaining here at the Red Bull Ring. Will Sebastian try and send it up the inside? No, I think we should just be safe. Cut to the wide shot now. Round the final 2 corners. And it's going to be P5 here for the Austrian Grand Prix. Really good result. Get in there, boys.
Great drive, great drive. We're really happy with that performance.
And Mercedes have pulled off a great victory here today. Anthony Davidson, what helped them deliver this result, do you think?
Well, I know it's a bit of a boring answer, but the truth is they simply had the best speed package on the day, and a driver who knows how to take advantage of that. It doesn't matter how much time you spend poring over the stats and planning strategies if you can't keep the pace, and our winner today showed they could do both.
After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll be plenty of celebrations tonight amongst the Mercedes team, and they certainly deserve it.
So there we go, guys. That has been career mode here today for the Austrian Grand Prix. Battling all the way through. Oh, I need to go have a drink. My voice is it's dead right now. But P5, really good result. Perez, I don't know where he ended up, but he doesn't even score points, which is a bit disappointing. But P5, another solid result for us. Solid chunk of points for our championship. So hopefully that can, I think, keep us in the top 5, maybe? Where were we? Let's go have a look. P4, okay, so behind Charles Leclerc, but ahead of Sebastian Vettel, ahead of both the Red Bulls, so that's pretty good. Hopefully we can at least beat one of the Red Bulls by season end, but all in all, this has been a really good race. Let's go on and talk to Claire, shall we?
Great work out there today. Let's have your thoughts. Lucas flew through the pack in that race. What's his secret?
I don't think there is any secrets in this sport. I think it's just about having a good car and a good team behind you.
Would you say that your rival is still on your level?
Let's play a bit of friendly banter and hell no.
You're surpassing all expectations. Can anything or anyone stop you?
Well, hopefully not. We're going to keep charging forward and, yeah, we'll see.
The weather was miserable today, but do you feel this was an advantage for you?
In some ways, yes, but no. I do like the rain, if I'm honest.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you very much, Claire. So there we go, guys. That has been, what is it, round number 10, episode 11 of F1 2019 career mode. I think that sounds about right, doesn't it? I think so. We won the rivalry against Romain Grosjean, so that's good. Leading the rivalry once again against our teammate. So, all in all, looks like a pretty good and a pretty successful weekend. Decent chunk of resource points as well, so that's always helpful. We went and bought an upgrade just after qualifying, I think, chassis weight reduction, so hopefully that can go on the car next time out. Really, really happy.
Great work. That's exactly the kind of result I'm looking for. Keep it up. Looks like both your rivals have also been invited to a historical event. This could be a good opportunity to capitalize on your rivalry with them and build up your reputation a little.
So there we go, guys. That has been career mode here today for the Austrian Grand Prix. Pretty good race, I'm not going to lie. Happy with P5 from P7. So helped out by the grid penalties, definitely. The rain probably saved me a little bit as well in the end, but that's all from me today, boys and girls. If you guys enjoyed, remember to leave a like, subscribe, stay tuned for plenty more. And until my next video, I shall see you guys next time. Peace out.